Let it rain! Rain dance! Outlet!
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Shooting Breaks. I'm with my boy Blue.
Your boy.
And our super producer, Chip Goldstein. Chip, what's up?
How you guys doing?
Burr.
Yo, we got Blue back in this. We got Blue back in the stew.
Hey. Sometimes, hey, listen, I was just taking the games in.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Just by myself.
Hey, sometimes you need to, man.
And I'm excited.
You excited?
I'm excited.
I'm excited to talk some ball with you because we had a really good game the other night. Game 2 of the finals.
Yep.
The NBA finals.
Yeah.
Man, like Miami coming out, like they trying to punch him in the mouth.
Yeah, bro, as they should.
Yeah,
And we knew it would take a minute. First game, okay, they're going to get the breathing going, the altitude, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
They come back that second game. I mean, straight strategy, though.
Well, they
In the
needed
paint
to
strategy.
they needed to make a statement because the first game did not look good for them at all.
They couldn't shoot the ball.
They could not shoot the ball to save their life. First of all, it was a pretty low scoring game if I can remember correctly.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just couldn't get anything going. So I felt like they really needed to come out and punch him in the mouth and make a statement, and I felt like they did that.
Yeah, no, they did. They did, for sure.
Chip, you want to get the package started? Appreciate you.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, because they were talking about, Jimmy Butler finally got it going this game, started taking over when they needed the shots the most, but he's been focusing more as a distributor.
What's this, second game?
Yeah, game
Yeah,
two.
this game 2.
Game 2.
I mean,
Yeah, they definitely need Jimmy to come out, and I think he's he hasn't been ever since he got hurt in game 1 of
the
the
next-
Eastern semis.
yeah, it's not as explosive.
He hasn't been as explosive. He hasn't been as aggressive. But one thing that having him on the court is always going to get you is leadership and just motivating the guys. He can just galvanize a troop.
But I don't need him to score too much though. I mean, yeah, definitely score. Get your 20. I need Adebayo to
Get himself
to,
going.
to get him 25 plus, right? Jimmy, I need him for floor leadership. Corralling, just that floor IQ. I think he's been doing very swell in that area, and that
100%.
can compensate for maybe
Well, he brings
the
a-
gimpiness he might be feeling.
And
you know?
Adebayo too. They both bring a lot aside from just their offensive games to the floor. Like
You guys are right, because Jimmy Butler on his press conference, he straight up said, he goes, Bam is the reason why we're going to win the title.
Absolutely, I agree with him.
yeah, that kid is crazy.
Make him work. Let's work on some consistency. And
100%. But he's a dog. Look at him. He just fights down there. Like
I like their whole attitude. They keep saying, they're like, we don't care about anything. We just need to get to 4 wins. It's like they're trying to have the
the race
nonchalant.
to 4 wins, man.
Yeah.
But what I like about this Heat team, it's not just going to rest between those two players.
Yeah, like here you got Duncan
there's a lot
Robinson.
of
Duncan
guys.
Robinson's
Gabe
been
Vincent.
firing it up.
Caleb Martin. Like,
Caleb Martin, ill.
This team is
Gabe Vincent.
a what
He's,
I say?
he's getting $100 million this summer free agency easy.
Oof.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
That's a
but,
lot of money, bro.
you know.
But yeah, like
Where do you get that kind of shit from?
where's that number come
By the
from?
way,
I mean, to me,
$100 million. How do you know? Do you,
if
you
Austin
know a guy?
if Austin Reeves is going to get $80-90 million, why can't Gabe Vincent?
But that's Austin Reeves.
Is it just what's the difference?
Austin Reeves has been showing up since last year. Gabe Vincent this year is coming out, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know about those two, but
Ah,
you know a
they're
guy.
fair-
You know a
they're
guy.
a fair comparison to each other. I don't know if one should get more than the other one, but like they're a fair comparison.
Well, I think
caliber of player.
one is more tested
Yeah.
between 2 seasons than the other. That being Austin.
Yeah, well,
That's
this
my
dude
little
making
dude,
a
too.
pretty
By the way,
deep
that's
run
LA.
right now. That's LA.
As LA.
Yeah, I really like the team that they were able to put around. Like, who expected any of these guys to pop off this way?
Yeah, Gabe Vincent, Max Strus.
Caleb Martin, isn't the story with Caleb Martin that like J. Cole called?
Yeah,
Did you hear this?
Yeah, he called
J.
Caron
Cole
Butler.
Called, was it Butler?
Yeah, so
And told him to sign.
What?
Yeah. So
Really?
J. Cole was friends with Caleb Martin.
Yeah.
And he was playing for the Charlotte
no,
Hornets.
so basically, sorry to cut you off. He was playing at the gym J. Cole owned, and J. Cole had been watching
J.
him play
Cole owns a
basketball.
gin.
Yeah, and so J. Cole had been
Where's
watching Charlotte.
in Charlotte.
In Charlotte.
'Cause he was playing
Okay.
for the
Is
Hornets at
J.
the time.
Cole? He's not from Charlotte, is he?
He's from Fayetteville.
Oh shit.
So
so-
yeah,
okay.
so Cole like got to know him and they became kind of buddies or whatever. And then whenever he got released from Charlotte, Cole called over his buddy down with the Heat and was like, "Yo, you got to bring this guy in for like a 10-day contract or something. Bring him in." They brought him in. I think he got a 10-day contract at first, and then that turned around into him getting signed to the team. And
So
look where he's at now.
MJ's over there tripping.
MJ
Jordan's tripping. Going.
MJ punching the air.
What did I do?
MJ punching the air right now.
Oh man, damn.
But yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool story. I'm a big J. Cole fan, so
Yeah.
I thought it was a real cool.
So
Story.
what do you guys think's gonna happen? Like, you still writing Denver or Miami?
I'm gonna stick with my. I'm gonna stick with my story because
here we go.
that's how I am. I feel
we
like I
go.
can't switch up. So I'm gonna still say Denver in a shorter amount of time than
Yeah.
a longer amount. I think Denver in 5 or 6.
Yeah, listen, again, this sleeper team, been watching this team for 3 years. The last 2 years seriously emerged, barring some injuries and whatnot. I'm a Jimmy Buckets fan. That's one thing. And I have a lot of respect for the fact that he didn't have to play with so many undrafted players, right?
No.
He could have been
He
opting
seeked
out.
that out.
He could have taken a serious stance. His IQ is what's gotten them where they are, and the confidence in those players and so forth. I look for them to make a good run. However, if you cannot find an answer for the Joker, you could just forget about it.
My thing is that's really set them apart now for me
Yeah.
is Joker's always gonna do what Joker gonna do.
Right.
Jamal Murray
Oh, right. You know what?
has
Yes.
been the X factor because when
Yeah.
he wasn't playing well,
Right.
they looked beatable.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as
they did.
soon as he started playing like Steph Curry,
True.
now all of a sudden you can't beat him
Well, that's why they lost this last game.
because he didn't play.
Yeah,
He didn't play
Jamal
well.
Murray didn't.
Yeah, they're saying
So he has to be present. So good point. Yeah.
they
But
said he's the head of the snake.
Yeah. It's like if you can cut him off, you can beat the team.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's nobody saying that, Joker's not the best player on the team.
Right.
But we can figure out ways to let you do what you do.
Right.
But
Right.
if this guy is hitting everything from
Yeah.
deep three,
True.
like what do we do?
And again, I got to bring it back to Bam. He's got to be in it with Joker. If he's not, the last game he had, wonderful.
Yeah.
The first game, and many games that he's had against big men. If he's going to be inconsistent, he's going to be missing shots in the paint. He's not going to be aggressive as he should be. Then I can see it being a fight uphill.
Yeah.
He's got to bang. He's got to
Yeah,
bang
he's
with
got-
him. He's got to
bang.
make it physical.
Right.
Make the game
And to go
physical.
back to your point about Jimmy Butler's, this brings me back. You know how he's with Minnesota, and then he took the third team and beat all the starters. So he thrives in this kind of situation.
Yeah,
he
that's
loves.
what I'm saying. He sought a team like this that he could lead.
Absolutely.
And then what do you guys?
Oh wait, so my prediction.
Oh yeah.
My heart's with Miami. I still think Denver's going to take this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think so too. Now, that's not me saying I do hope Miami wins that. I want to be very clear.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope Miami wins this, but I'm just if you're asking for a prediction,
Yeah.
I still think it'll be 2-2 going at it.
If anything, Miami. This is Miami's coming out year. Barring they don't make too many changes next year, they bring this scrappy, intelligent, physical squad back. They're the East.
guys are
Yeah.
going to want to
They're
get
the
paid.
East.
We'll
Absolutely.
see. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
I guess my only prediction is I think it will be 2-2 going into Game 5. That's all I got. But I still think Denver. But I still think Miami's going to win a game in Miami.
Does Miami win tomorrow?
I think they do win Game 3, and then Denver comes back and wins Game 4.
Yeah, they know how to adjust. Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah,
Interesting.
let's go.
And then what did you guys think of all the coaching carousel, the contracts being offered to coaches now? Like, let's talk about
Yeah. We had an argument about this
Yeah.
through text the other day.
Monty Williams' contract. He's got $78.5 million with incentives, reaches $100 million, the largest contract in
Good
history.
for him.
Love that.
Good for
We
him.
love to see that.
I'm not going to make it, race and all that, but
Yeah.
yes, on that level, absolutely. It's about time. Coaches of color are being more present in a game that's actually pretty predominantly of color. So that's one.
I mean, I think it's fair to make that statement. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
I mean,
Like,
it
we
is.
love to see
I mean,
that.
it's the thing. It's reality. It's the world we live in. But at the same time, he's done a phenomenal job, and he's worked with, whether he's with the Pelicans or, with the Suns and so forth, and just overall as the coaching teams, the coaches, period, they need to get paid. They're leading a number of players that get paid TV rights. They get paid this. They get paid that.
Yeah, he's earned his
franchise this.
I mean, you're right. Like if Houston turns around and gives James Harden $200 million for 4 years, why can't Monty Williams get $75 million?
I mean, coaches need to be paid.
Houston would be.
They're
we won't
severely
even get into
underpaid,
that,
by the
but
way.
That would be very stupid.
There are a few coaches that get paid, but a lot of them are severely underpaid.
I think the coaching carousel of the NBA is just interesting and hilarious to me. Like, first of all, unprecedented year in general with like coaches that have won championships in the last 5 years getting fired after like just a disappointing like loss in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Nick Nurse
loses his job.
Right.
Vogel
lost his job. There was another one too.
Frank Vogel, Nick Nurse, Monty Williams was also coach of the year. Doc Rivers, I believe, won coach of the year with Philadelphia.
Bro, it is crazy.
Yeah.
Like how loose they are with firing and hiring coaches these days. But I guess you can do that in a year like this when other good coaches have become available. Because you wouldn't do that any other year.
Yeah, but don't do it, period. Listen, Chipper and I were going through it in text, and he's like, I can't believe it. I'm like, yo, well, believe it. Get all your money up front because he's going to get fired 1 or 2 years into damn contract anyway. They don't expect he's going to go 5 years. It's such a great job, but an unforgiving job.
Oh, 100%.
And you're judged by
you
the
done
last
for me
game
lately?
you've played and whatnot. So
And
what have you done for me lately?
and here's
yeah, exactly.
here's why Monty Williams is in a great position. Not only is he getting that big contract, but since he was fired, I think the Phoenix Suns still have to pay him another $40 million over the next 3 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Big
Get it,
winner.
bro.
Big winner. Wait,
it,
so is that not part of the you think that's not part of the
Well, he
deal
was
with the new
fired.
team?
He didn't ask for permission, and so they have to honor the contract. I don't know if there's a buyout or something, but
They probably buy that out. I don't know if they're giving him $40 million.
It's crazy, too.
You got to keep that coach if that's the case.
Can you imagine all that you've done and what you do with your team, and the players love you, and the fans love you? At the end of the day, you get fired. Can you remember the last job you got fired from?
You know what's crazy? I've never been fired.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy, right?
Wow, you're a role model.
Budenholzer
employee.
was the other one.
oh yeah, Budenholzer, Milwaukee.
Budenholzer. That boy won a championship 2 seasons ago.
Yep.
I mean, but they said they were if basically Kevin Durant saved his job because of Kevin Durant. He was right on the line between a 2 and a 3-pointer when the Nets played Philadelphia, and that's the reason why Philadelphia won that or Milwaukee won that series. If they don't win the title that year, Budenholzer was already going to get fired. So they was already talking getting fired before the 2021 playoffs.
Yeah, well,
And he had some lucky breaks.
I feel that same way, and I'm just waiting for it to happen with my Lakers coach.
Darvin?
I have a feeling.
We gonna see. I feel like Darvin's doing a really good job right now.
I mean, but they expected him to go. We got swept.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But
now he's
in fairness, I know what you mean, and I think you got a good point because that's just the way it works. But I think they'll give him a lot more chances because you got to think he did a lot with that team that was put together after the All-Star.
Yeah, I was impressed by him. At first, I was like, why are they hiring him? And then after I saw what happened in the playoffs and how he managed chaos pretty well and turned it into
really good coach.
Yeah, he turned chaos into the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Right. I wasn't too shocked they hired him because I'd been hearing for a while.
Yeah.
When the NBA hirings starting during the summer, I've been hearing for a while that he'd been like high on people's lists and interviewing and like doing really well in these interviews, and like it wasn't happening for him. And so I knew it would. It was kind of like Eric Bieniemy for
gee.
the Chiefs.
Oh, gee.
Like he was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
He's been interviewing a lot over the years and getting really
It was
far in
just
the
his time,
process.
yeah.
It was just his time this time. So I wasn't surprised that they gave him the job. I was surprised that it came from the Lakers.
Right, yeah.
Because usually
You
they're
need
going to
more
go
of
get
a
the
high
name.
profile. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you like the Bieniemy reference?
Yeah, I did.
Like
That was awesome.
Yeah, something.
But that's
Sam,
not
Sam
my team
Cassell
either.
just got hired too.
Sam Cassell got hired. Who
Whoa.
hired Sam?
Sam Cassell
Pistons.
is now the assistant coach for the Celtics.
Wait, who
Oh,
the
wait a
Pistons
minute. I
hired?
thought you meant he got hired as a
Yeah,
head coach.
me too.
Come on, bro.
He
Give me
been
something,
assistant for a
bro.
minute.
Well,
I like Sam.
I
That's my man right
think
there.
Missoula's got a tight leash, and I think he's the replacement.
Mm.
That's my opinion.
You think Missoula is leaving too?
No, Missoula's they're gonna give him more time, but I think he's got a short leash, and they will turn the team over to Sam Cassell just like that.
That's an interesting call.
It's my opinion.
Well, you know, Sam's been in the pipeline for quite some time now.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
He
about
was a
12
coach when he was playing.
Absolutely. About, 12, 15 years he's been in the pipeline?
Oh yeah,
He deserves a team, by the way.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah, it's time.
It's time.
Yeah.
Get that man a job.
And Missoula, you know, hey, look, it's a hard knock life, man.
Yeah.
You coach Boston. It's a very passionate, city.
What's interesting about that is like it begs to ask the question like of what do you prefer? Would you rather like get a lottery ticket into a team like Boston who's really good?
Yeah.
Or would you rather start on a team like Charlotte who isn't really good? Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
You would think like the Boston team that
Right.
you might win a championship. But if you don't, I feel like your job is in jeopardy if you just get that job.
You offer me Boston or Charlotte, I'm going Charlotte. I want to help build the team and we
I'm
grow
that way,
together.
too. I'm that
right?
way too. But you got to get
then be
you gotta
thrown
get
into
Jordan out
the.
of,
Come on.
I love Michael Jordan, but you got to get
But-
Jordan out of
Yeah.
making decisions if
but
I'm
here,
taking over
Eustace is
Charlotte.
right though because
I'm
when
sorry, who?
when Blue is right because when was
Bleep
it,
that out.
but when Brett Brown left San Antonio for Philadelphia, Popovich says to him, he goes, "Make sure you get a minimum 5-year contract because you're going to be building from scratch and you don't want to get
Absolutely.
fired after one bad
100%.
year."
Absolutely.
100%.
I'd rather go small market before if I'm an unknown coach, if I'm a relatively unknown, which the gentlemen we're talking about were, and are per se. But at least you have more. You don't have as much television time, so no one's really paying attention.
Yeah.
When the eyeballs on you, oh man, I think I'm calling it that Missoula might be out.
Yeah.
Missoula,
If not-
Missoula may be out after next season if they don't win a
They were
championship.
they were already calling for his job when they were down 0-3.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, look, we're gonna have to let that one play out, boys. Just like we're gonna have to let the rest of these.
I mean, in all fairness, he got severely outcoached.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
100%. We're gonna let it play out though.
Absolutely.
Now we're
Let's
gonna
do it.
check out the end of these playoffs. We got game 3 coming up next.
Oh boy.
We're gonna come in here. We're gonna try to get in here and get y'all a review of game 3. We gotta let it
Who
play
wins
out.
game 3?
Who wins game 3?
Let's go.
I think Denver bounces back and wins game
You
3.
think? Yeah.
I think Miami takes game 3.
So it's the good old adjustment strategy.
I think so.
Yeah.
What about you? Call it.
Yeah. I think I'm with you.
A bounce back.
Yeah. They're a very good adjustment team.
Yeah.
Denver. I think the Heat takes game 4.
All right.
Yeah.
We got our predictions in.
There it is.
We appreciate you guys watching the show. Like everything, subscribe to everything, man. Leave comments. We love the interactions, man. We love the interaction in our posts. So like everything, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode of Shooting Bricks.
Peace.
See you soon.
Let it ride.